Hey guys, so welcome back to my program. So I'm just here driving my car at the moment, and I got this nice and beautiful microphone from Officeworks in Australia, and basically now I can just talk while I'm driving, because I've got a microphone actually connected to myself right here, and since I do, I can basically talk on the go. I can basically help myself to get to the better stage in life by talking to you to help your life to succeed. So you have to realize, guys, that in life you have to be very important. You have to be very important in your life. You have to be focusing on your life. You have to be focusing on doing a better life for yourself. Because when you focus on something that you can do in your life, you're always going to be much better, okay? You're always focusing on the better life. You're always focusing on what you can do to help your life to succeed. That's why focus on your life, guys. Focus on what you can do. Focus on your skills. Focus on something that helps you to understand life. Because when you understand life, you understand how to do a better life for yourself. So you're always focusing on greater ways of being. You're always focusing on helping yourself to talk and talk and talk so that you can walk the walk and talk. Okay? So you can walk the talk. Walk your own talk. Be in integrity, guys. So when you are in integrity, what happens is you start to live your life much better. You start to realize how to move forward in your life. You start to actually become your best version. You start to become something far greater. So that's why I'm saying every single day of your life, focus on the better road. Focus on something that works. Focus on something that is helping your life to succeed. Because when you focus on your life to succeed, you always focus on the better way. You always focus on what works for your life. That's why focus on yourself. Focus on yourself so you can do a better way of life. So it's always about communication. It's always about helping yourself to succeed, helping yourself to become your best version, doing your best with what you have. Because when you have a better life, that's what matters. It matters that you have a better life. It matters that you're speaking to the world of people. That you're speaking to the world of people in your life. Because when you're speaking to people around you, you'll realize how growth content works. You'll realize that there's a lot to do and there's a lot to grow with. But you have to keep growing. You have to keep growing into the definition of who you are. So that's why focus on yourself. Focus on your life. Focus on something that helps you to grow. Every single day, understand you're here to make a difference. You're here to make a difference with your life. So when you make a difference with your life, you'll focus on growth. You'll focus on something that helps you to improve. Something that helps you to get to the better stage in your life. That's why I'm focusing on growth. I'm focusing on a better life for myself. Why is that? Because I deserve it. I deserve a better life for myself. I deserve to have something much greater for myself. That's why I'm always doing better in my life. I'm always focusing on the better way of life. I'm always focusing to do much better in my own life so that I can succeed. I have to succeed. I must succeed so that I'm doing a better way of life for myself. That's the whole point. The whole point is to do much better for yourself. To focus on growth, to focus on your life, to focus on what you have to give. Focus on giving. Focus on giving in your life. The more you give, the better you are. The more you do, the better you do in life. So that's the whole point. The whole point is always to teach as much as you can. Teach as much as you can yourself to get to the next stage in life. That's what you focus on. Focus on something much better. So when you're doing a better life, when you're focusing on helping yourself to grow as a human being, you're always looking to add value. Add value to your life. Add value to who you are as a person. Grow every single day you can. Give as much as you can. Give what you can to other people. Because when you do that, you'll focus on the better road. You'll focus on what's working in your life. Your focus must be on growth. You'll focus on that in which you grow. Because when you grow, you'll always be much more outstanding. You'll always be much better about who you are. That's why every single day when I focus on my life, I'm always focusing inside of myself. I'm focusing on who I am inside of myself. Because that's what's important to me. What's important to me is my life. What's important to me is my integrity. It's who I am. It's how I grow. It's how I become my best version. So focus on your best life. So when you're helping yourself to grow, for example, when you're helping yourself to get to the next stage, you're always looking for more information. You're always looking to study. You're looking to become your best version. You're looking to become your greatest asset in the life. You're looking to become your greatest asset in life. Because we all want someone in life who can lead us to a better life. We all want someone who has direction and who has success in their life. That's why I focus on helping yourself to deliver information that's going to help your life to succeed. That's going to help you get to the next stage in your life. That's why I focus on a better life for yourself. When you focus on a better life for yourself, you always do much better. You always help yourself to get to the next stage. You always do something that you can do for yourself. You understand? So focus on helping your life. Focus on getting to the gym. Go to the gym, help your life to succeed, help your life to grow into the best you can be. You understand? Because that's what life is. Life is every single day doing all you can for yourself and others. It's always about opening up and becoming that version of yourself that you've always dreamt of. Because when you do, you'll focus on yourself. You'll focus on your life. You'll focus on helping yourself to succeed. Isn't that the best life? Isn't it the best life to focus on something that works for you in life? So when you can focus on yourself, when you can focus on your life to go and prosper, to go and help yourself to succeed, you always help yourself to realize. That's why focus on your life today. Focus on what's working for you. What's working in your life? How can you improve it? How can you improve yourself? How can you improve who you are as a person today? You know, what I do in my life, in my personal life, is I personally try to become like Jesus Christ. And when I become like Jesus Christ, I'm much happier. I'm transmuting my sexual energy into writing. I'm creating with my voice. I'm creating with who I am as a person. And I'm becoming my best version of myself. Because I'm more like Jesus Christ, for example. And this helps me to succeed. This helps me to become my best version. So, how can you succeed today? How can you become your best version? You know, so you have to focus on your life. You have to focus on what's working for you. Focus on something that's helping your life to succeed. Focus on something that you can grow with. Something that you can help yourself with. Focus on growth, guys. Focus on growth. Focus on helping your life to get to the next stage. Because that's what matters. What matters is the next stage in your life. What matters is you. What matters is becoming that version of yourself that you've always dreamt of?